Jay here. I'm here to bring you a review on My Hero Academia Episode 10 English Dub. Okay, what mainly happened in this episode is at the beginning it showed all the villains like coming out of portals just ready to attack the UA. Then like Aizawa, the teacher, he started like going to attack all the fucking villains, and he was dope as fuck. He was attacking all of them, turning off their quirk and just fucking them up with his like fighting skills. Like his quirk is weird. Like he puts on goggles and then I'm guessing whoever he looks at, he turns off their quirk and just starts whooping their ass because their quirk is fucking turned off. There is even some weird ass like forearm dude that tried to attack him. And he just turned his quirk off, I guess, and then fucked him up. No, he didn't turn his quirk off. Aizawa announced that as long as you can't get close to me, you can't do nothing. And then he just started whooping his ass with his like long ass scarf thing, or I don't know what you call it. It's like a long ass scarf that he uses like fucking to like pull people and shit. So he was just using that just to fuck people up. Anyways, Aizawa tells 13 that weird. He looks like, I don't know what he looks like. He looks like he has a space suit. Anyways, he tells 13 to like get all the kids and evacuate. So all the kids try to run for the exit, and then they're greeted by some fucking shadowy villain dude. Like he doesn't even have like a physical body. He has like, it's like his whole body is like shadowy or like gassy or something. Like I don't know how to explain it. Anyways, he greets them and tells them they're not going anywhere. And then out of nowhere, fucking Bakugo and some other kid attack him. So once they attack this weird shadowy villain dude, he attacks back, but this time he teleports or transports all the students into different spots, like different spots into the dome that they went into, that has different areas, like the fire area, the water area, etc. He just separated them all. So you just see them throughout this episode. You see the students like battling all the other villains and shit. Like you see this one dope ass dude, like I have to get to know his name. It's the kid that can control ice and heat. He was just taking care of the fucking villains with ease, and he was like gloating to the villains as he was like whooping their ass. He was telling them like, really, you're getting beat up by like a kid, like by a student? That isn't like insulting to you? Like I'm really whooping your ass. That was basically what he was saying. Anyways, moving on. That shadowy villain dude teleported Deku and the frog girl and I forgot what was her name. I have to get to know her name, but her powers are like she's a frog. That it's like it's clearly there. Like she has no other powers. She's a frog. She has a long tongue. She could jump and she could stick onto things. She's a frog. Anyways, it transported Deku to underwater, and he was about to get attacked by a shark dude that had, I guess his quirk is a shark. He was about to get attacked by him, but then he got saved by the frog girl. So the frog girl saved Deku, and Deku is just, he's getting like surrounded by a bunch of villains, and he just thinks of a plan. So putting that aside for now, it also showed All Might a little bit in this episode. It showed All Might about to like go to the UA because he used up all his power to turn to the buff All Might on like doing heroic duties on his way to school. So he used up all his power, so he wasn't able to turn to buff All Might. He had to rest. So he thought to himself like he had enough rest and he can go to meet up with the UA students. But when he was about to leave, he was greeted by the principal that looks like a mouse. Anyways, the principal mouse dude ended up telling All Might like, no, you shouldn't go. You should rest more and start giving him a lecture. Then it moved back in like to all the action, like going back to where I was. Deku, like he started thinking of a plan. Like he just dove into action. Like he dove in. Like I'm guessing all the villains, they don't know what the students could do, so that's why they didn't put them in specific areas. And Deku figured that out. So Deku dove into action, like I said, and when he dove into all the villains in the water, he screamed Denver something, Denver Punch, I think, Denver something. Anyways, he screamed I'm guessing one of All Might's attacks, and it just fucking sent all the villains into like a war pool. Like it fucking sent them out of control. And as Deku did that attack, this one purple dude, I forgot his name. Fuck, I have to get to know his name too. It's some dude that he could rip off his head. Not rip off his head. He could rip off some ball off his head and I get it'll stick onto anything. So he starts throwing all the balls on his head into the water. And when it's getting onto the villains, it's getting stuck to them, so they're freaking out. So as that's happening, Deku screamed to the frog girl to catch him. I guessing it was all their plan all along, and Deku got caught by her tongue, and they escaped the sunken ship area, and then the episode ended. So this episode was fucking dope. Like the villains like coming out of nowhere and then just attacking a bunch of students and then getting their ass whooped by a bunch of students. Like they came thinking they're gonna, fight a bunch of pros like All Might and a bunch of the teachers and stuff, but no, they're getting beat up by a bunch of students. And it's even dope to see all these quirks of these students and everything, and just seeing them whoop ass. Even that ice dude, I have to remember his name next time I watch an episode, like episode 11, if they speak his name. Anyways, he was dope in this episode. Deku was fucking dope in this episode. The attack that he did to send all them villains into a war pool, that shit was dope. Even though it broke his finger, it was still dope. So I like this episode. This shit was dope. I can't wait to move to the next episode and finish this season. And well, I still got 3 more episodes, but yeah. I'm Jay, and this is my review on My Hero Academia episode 10 English dub. Thank you for watching.